Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Pam and this is the second week of Inktober. I've been really falling off with my upload days, and honestly, for day 9 and 10 of this week, I was so tired. I don't know why I've been so tired and stressed out lately, but I was really not in the mood to record, but I still came through and did both day 9 and 10 on time, and I have video footage of what the outcome was, but I don't have a recording for it. It's a rainy day today. I'm drinking coffee and my window is wide open, so I apologize for the noises. But let's talk about the drawing that I'm doing right now. The prompt for this day was the word loud, and I knew from the moment that I picked that word that I was going to do a banshee or a woman who is screaming. It was supposed to be Lydia Martin. If you are a fan of Teen Wolf, this week is very heavy with Teen Wolf, I guess, a Teen Wolf influence, I guess. I was so close to making my entire 30 days just about Teen Wolf, but that was kind of impossible and honestly out of my skill set. I would have had to have gotten really creative, and I just could not. And I just decided to drop it and do a couple of days that reminded me of Teen Wolf. So this is my banshee. She's yelling. I am so happy with the way that this came out. I'm telling you, it took me weeks to draw different kinds of screaming faces in order to get where I am right here with this sketch. It took me so long to get here. I did mess up, as you can see right on top of her eyebrow, that part in her hair. It's so dense and like not even going in the same direction as everything else. But I do end up fixing that in the end product. And how I fix it is I just take my white pen, my white gel pen, and I go over it, making the same lines just to make it not look so dense and dark in that area. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but I love using this pen. It's just like a regular pen that you use for school, and it's perfect for shading. And I also got that pointer from Pipa's Art. When I was watching her Inktober videos, she said that she liked to use this pen for shading. So this is what the hair looks like now that I fixed it. And that's what it looked like before. It was super dense, but I think it looked way better in the finished product. And I love my banshee. I love her. I love the way she came out. She's my fave. She's definitely my fave so far. So this is another Teen Wolf inspired drawing. If you are familiar, I mean, I don't know if there are any Teen Wolf fans out there who are like as hardcore as I am, but this is in season 1. The episode is called Magic Bullet, and it's when Kate Argent, I think it was Kate Argent, shoots Derek in the arm with a bullet that is made out of wolfsbane, and we know that is poison to the wolves in the show. I didn't want to draw like actual like poison, like a potion, because I had that coming up next. So I was like, what else reminds me of like poison? And I was like, well, I can draw wolfsbane. And then I was like, no, I want to draw something different. And when I was doing my research for the Teen Wolf episodes, I was like, oh my god, I can use this one. This is the photo of what Derek's arm looked like when he got shot. It's that, again, I don't know if people think of episodes like this like I do, but I am a hardcore Teen Wolf fan. I love that show. If you are watching this, I'm gonna just plug Teen Wolf in here right now. I absolutely hated Teen Wolf for no reason, just because the name of the show, and it was just like so cliche of like a young boy falling in love with a girl and they couldn't be together because he was a werewolf. You guys, the show is so much more than that. The man who created it, Jeff Davis, so creative. He comes up with the most amazing creatures every single season. And listen, I think there was 7 seasons of Teen Wolf. There's not one vampire in this show. Not one vampire. I highly, highly recommend that you watch it if you have never seen Teen Wolf. It's such a good show. I love the way this came out. Again, I'm really using that strategy of shading with lines, and I'm loving the way that my work is looking. Okay, so this day, the prompt is desire, and I'm drawing a love potion. I love the way this came out. I know I say that for every single thing that I draw, but as you guys know, I've mentioned this before, this is really the first time that I'm challenging myself to draw different things. I don't really have a background in art. I just wanted to challenge myself and learn something new, and it seems to be going really well. I'm so happy that everything is coming out so good. So you guys will see in a second, this is a love potion, and the smell or the scent coming out of the bottle is in a shape of a heart. I love it. It's so cute. I'm just gonna take a moment here to talk about how much I hate my white pen. I love it because it's a savior, and you guys, if you're watching closely, you see that I use it all the time to fix little errors here and then, and it works great. But it's so bad for shading. It's so bad. It's like, it's not pigmented enough, or maybe I just have an old pen, which I don't really think that is the case, because I have two of them and they both work the same way, in like a really horrible way. So I'm drawing just some little hearts and little dots here and there coming up from inside of the bottle. This was such a cute idea. I love the way that it came out. And I mean, take a shot every time I say I love the way that it came out. Yeah, as you can see here, the white pen is just so annoying. It's not pigmented enough, it's not smooth. And if you have any recommendations for a better white pen that I can get, please comment down below. But this is day 6, Desire. I love it. It's the cutest love potion I've ever seen. So this day I started drawing at 11:42. This is the start of me just getting really lazy for some reason. I don't know what was going on this week, but like, it's only week 2 and I'm literally having to force myself to draw. But I will say, after completing this week, I am really motivated by the way that all of my work came out. I am so pleased with myself. So the prompt for this day is called Slender, and I immediately thought of Styles from Teen Wolf. You will see that the prompts really have nothing to do with my drawing. It's just like, if it reminds me of something, then I draw that, and that's what I go with. So I would have loved to draw his full body and show like how tall and skinny he is, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna draw the typical old Styles with a bat in his hand and his hoodie on, and we're just gonna roll with it. This was really hard for me to do. I mean, I could not get his face right. It looks good in the end result, but it was one of the more challenging ones to do. The inside of his hoodie looks weird, and his sweater has like a weird dip in it. But overall, this came out really good. Oh, and I did finish this drawing before it hit 12, so I did really good. I've been trying not to beat myself up though about, like, if I don't feel like drawing one day, I think it's fine. I think with everything going on with Inktober this year, it's okay to bend the rules. We're taking the challenge into our own hands. We don't need to get mad at ourselves if we're not like on time. I tried so hard to make this look like Dylan O'Brien. I tried so hard, and I think like it looks good. I think if I put this on Pinterest or something, like people would get it. People would know what this was if I tagged it and everything, but I tried so hard to make this look like him. I think that's another issue that I have too with drawing people. Like if my sketch doesn't look like the actual person that I'm trying to draw, I will get really pissed off. Okay, so the prompt for this day is called Solace, and since I was in the mood of thinking of Teen Wolf, I immediately thought about Derek Hale's house. We all know that Derek has a house in Teen Wolf that was burnt down by the Argents. I say the Argents, but I think it was just Kate, I'm not sure. Or maybe it was Peter, I'm really not sure. The details are hazy. But I was supposed to draw the Hale family house literally so hard. I mean, not only was it difficult for me to get my shit together and draw this, but I was doing this late in the day, literally at like 10 p.m. I hadn't practiced drawing the house at all, and it was so hard for me to do, which is crazy to say because like I've been really challenging myself drawing faces, drawing people, drawing all these things that I didn't even know that I could do. And when it came to drawing a house, I just could not do it. And I think the reason that it was so difficult for me to draw a house is because of all of the texture that comes with drawing architecture. Like you have to do a lot of shading, you have to make sure that you're putting in bricks. Is the house gonna have metal? Is it gonna have... There's so much detail to drawing architecture, and so I ended up just like winging it. Literally 20 minutes before I recorded this, I drew this building. It looks like it's been burnt down. That black stuff is supposed to be like leaves or something. I don't know. Whatever you see when you look at this photo, let me know how you interpret it. But just to spice it up a little, I'm gonna put a little ghost in the window. It's a little lonely ghost who needs some company. And yeah, so my initial prompt for the Derek Hale house, completely, I mean, it's in the same ballpark, but definitely not what I thought I would be drawing. And I'm just drawing some bricks, not really being precise with it. I saw this sort of pattern on Twitter. It looked better when the background was shaded in, but again, I just really did not want to do all of that. So I took the easy route and just did like this really weird pattern to show that the building was a brick building, but without having to draw every single square, because that was definitely going to take me too long to do. I'm using my writing pen. I'm just gonna call this my writing pen. I'm using my writing pen to shade some of the building in. And really quickly, I want to show you my last two drawings. I'm so sorry that I didn't record this, and honestly, these are two of the best pieces of the week. So it's really annoying me now that I'm talking about it, that I didn't record them. The first one is Derek Hale, and the prompt was temper. You know, we all know Derek had like a really bad temper in season 1. He was a changed man by season 6, but like in the beginning, it was really, really bad. I love, when I tell you, this was so hard for me to draw, for me to come up with. I don't think that Derek Hale would ever walk around with his hair looking like this, but you know what? That is beyond the point. This looks so good to me. I love every single texture in this. I love how the shading on his neck is different from the texture of the beard. Then his hair is a solid color, and then we have some lines to create, I don't know what the hell I was trying to create. Shine and shadow. I literally have no idea, but I am so happy with the way that this came out. He doesn't exactly look like Tyler Hoechlin, but you know what? I really like the way this came out, and I'm surprised. I'm always, and I say this every time I finish a drawing, I'm always surprised at how good, like to me, it looks, because when I'm sketching in the beginning, it looks like poop. The second one, if you've ever seen Hansel and Gretel, the movie, I think it's actually called Gretel and Hansel, literally not sure, but if you've seen the movie, I don't know if she's a witch per se. I think she is a witch. The old lady that Hansel and Gretel go to live with has black fingertips for some reason, and they go down her hand in such a pretty gradient. And since I told you guys that I was not really good with shading, I used the line texture to just draw in that gradient that was supposed to be there. I love the way this came out. The hands remind me of the Grinch for some reason. If you've ever seen the live action Grinch movie with Jim Carrey, his hands are pointy, but they curve at the top. And that's exactly what her finger is doing right here. But I was supposed to draw a wolf claw to just keep in the Teen Wolf aesthetic of this week, but I think like I was just too tired to really spend a bunch of hours trying to draw. Hands are not my strong point, and then to make it look like a wolf hand, like I just didn't really want to challenge myself to do that. But I am happy with the way that this prompt came out this week. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun drawing everything this week, and I'm actually scared for the third week. But look, we have what, 2 weeks left? Maybe 2.5 weeks left. And if you've gotten this far, then that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week.